Hello, welcome. I'm Stormo, and I'm just going to adjust my desktop volume because it's a bit loud at the moment. Probably just the game audio, but we'll see how we go with that. Should have some game audio now. See what that sounds like. Just getting everything mixed up and balanced. We're going to play Hand of Fate 2 tonight. So I haven't played a PC game in a little while, but I thought we'd have a crack at this. It's a really remind me about that. Tomorrow, not tonight. I don't need to deal with that tonight. It's a really cool, fun game, and been some updates. So I just want to have a look. Just have a quick look here. Okay, so that was from when I played this game last, which was the week it came out. Strangely enough, I haven't played this game in a while, but I thought we'd look. There was a new expansion pack come out. We're going to start from the beginning. Actually, it'll be in here, won't it? Additional content. Yeah, this is what we'll have added. So, this game's had a bunch of free content added to it since we started, since it first came out, and yeah, you've got to complete some of this stuff. But yeah, so we got all of that. But the new thing that we get is this. This is an expansion. It is a paid expansion, but it's about $7 on GOG.com, which is where I bought the game. So it's not exactly the most expensive thing in the world. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So that's what that was all about. We'll go back. Now, I haven't played this game in a while. A couple of things I know about this game. What we will do... Begin a new game. In fact, I just go into the settings just to make sure that everything is all. Yeah, I'll turn the subtitles on. That's probably a good idea. And oh, this game has Twitch configuration stuff. Okay, this is one of these games that lets you do stuff like this. We're not going to do that. As fun as that would be. As fun as that would be, I'm not gonna enable that. That would be scary. So I just make sure everything is turned up to maximum. Yeah, have that on 16. Have that on. That should be high. That should be. Yeah, I want high quality depth of field. That should all be good. Now, I think this game is what do they call it? A post-pipeline renderer, so or whatever it is, post-processing renderer. So we should be pretty good for that. Anyway, we're going to start a brand new game. I don't remember if this lets you customize your character or not, but yeah, we'll go into it. I'm not sure if the stuff that we're going to see in the expansion comes from the new game, but I figured the best way to introduce this game anyways, because I've never streamed it, so...
Even now, gone to form the soul of the game we play. These pieces are new, as are the stakes. Life, death, and vengeance. We must ride, for time is short, and you have much to learn. Make your first choice, and let us set these wheels in motion once more.
Okay. Oh, so this is actually different. In the original, this was done in a slightly different manner. When I first played this was done in a slightly different manner. You actually pick that at a later stage. They actually make you pick your gender from the very start of the game now. So that's neat. Hey, let me know what the game volume is like too. I don't have ducking on PC audio, so it might be a bit loud, it might be a bit quiet. Just let me know. Okay.
The fool steps into nothingness because they know no better. In the same way, you must step into the void. You are a blank slate, and together we will write your history.
Okay, so if you've never played Hand of Fate before, or Hand of Fate 2, I'll give a brief overview of what this game actually is. This game is a card-based role-playing game, or card RPG, which in my view are the best kind of RPGs. and Hand of Fate 2, or the original Hand of Fate, was a really good one. This game is the same, but the way it works is a little bit unusual compared to most card RPGs. So, I'll sort of... the game will explain itself to some extent, but basically what happens is you're playing against this guy who is... I forget his name. But we're playing against him, and he deals all the cards, and we basically have to work our way through the cards. He tells the stories and all that kind of stuff. It's a really cool mechanic. We do have choices here, so we catch sight of thieves hacking at a large tree and arguing among themselves. Move closer to eavesdrop or keep your distance. We will keep our distance. You remain hidden in the undergrowth. Eventually you notice movement further down the road. You soon spot a group of farmers coming around the corner, bringing their wares to market. The thieves fell the tree into the path of the unsuspecting farmers and leap out, weapons brandished. Give us all your food. Leap to the farmers' defense. Offer to help the farmers, warning them it won't come free. Help the thieves with their extortion. We will leap to the farmers' defense. You draw your weapons with practiced skill. Well, you hear the leader's voice. You lads handle this. I'll meet you when you're done. So, this is what happens when you enter combat in this game. Instead of it actually playing out in a turn-based fashion or in a card-based fashion, it actually just plays out as an action game. And I've got to remember how the combat works, because it does take a moment to get used to. It's actually like a simplified Arkham Asylum combat. So yeah, you've got an attack button, and you've got a defend button, and there's bash and an evade as well. And attacks come in with different colours based on... So if that's what I should have evaded there. So what did I remember? Hey, there's health bars now. Oh no, those are for my allies, aren't they? Yeah, I remember that now. And I have my weapon ability, which I just failed to use properly. And in this game, you have execution moves too, which is really cool. But I'll show the... no, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, hang on. I'm doing it wrong. What am I doing wrong? Y. That's what I need. Hit the wrong button. Oops. So yeah, defend is Y, and you get that. And you can follow up. And you can evade as well, if you need to. Because there will be some moves that are undefendable. But we got that. I didn't do so great there because I was trying to show some stuff off and I forgot what button does the defense. I thought it was A for some stupid reason. But in the end, we got there. So that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, this that's kind of how everything happens in this game. So farmers fumble in their haversacks in gratitude. Thank you, adventurer. I'm sure that after they took our food, they would have taken our lives as well. So we get food. And we get more food. You fall on the food with a sigh, shoveling bread into your mouth to quell your hunger. So, down in the bottom left, we have our health, we have our food, and we have our gold. Those are cards that we carry with us. They change based on our food. We use food every time you move. You run out of food, you start to lose health every time you move. Consuming food heals you. It's a good system. Yes, the leader must still have it, the leader of the thieves, to get our amulet back. Okay, so the main other thing with this game is that you can move. And each time you move, you will land on a card. Each card has a different thing. It can be a battle or it can be something like this. It can be a quest. Most of the additional content has been added to the game via quests. So we'll encounter it kind of randomly, I guess. As we go through. While enjoying a moment beside the fire, you spy a strange figure approaching your camp. It's a goblin dressed in what must pass for goblin finery. From beneath filthy fox pelt serving as an ill-fitting wig, the goblin winks at you with the wild red eyes. Aha, I've been roaming for hours trying to find you. We must get over with quickly if I have any hope of getting all the people on my list before sunrise. It lowers a sack from... Oh god. Oh. Hang on a second. Oh, that was really rough. I'm sorry about that. Oh, that was not great. Ugh. Just give me a moment. Oh, jeez. That was a really nasty reflux. So I just, yeah. It lowers its sack from its shoulder. Now, from within my sack, I can conjure whatever your heart desires. The goblin's voice trails off as he examines his sack. Well, I could if there wasn't a blooming great big hole in it. His head disappears entirely in the bag until his bulbous nose protrudes from the breach. A new plan then. The goblin pulls out his last trinkets. So we can choose a weapon. We're gonna go with that sword. I think that's an upgrade for us. I think this is what we were using there. Yeah, we'll take that. Yep, that's an upgrade. Not a big one, but it's an upgrade. I think the axe is actually slightly better. Wise choice. Now I must go. There are many others I must visit before I can rest. The goblin runs off into the night, his fox wig flapping in the evening breeze. Change equipment in the inventory. Yes, that's actually a thing they added to this game, was inventory, so you actually have a functioning inventory now, which you didn't have in the original. All of these things would actually appear in the stack behind your cards. But as we get equipment, it'll be available. I've been playing Switch games, so I keep forgetting that A on the A button on the Xbox is on the opposite spot to where it is on the Switch. Anyway, let's continue. And yeah, every time we move, we consume and get healed.
Can you find it?
Yep. So tokens are special things that when we get them, if we successfully complete the the stage that we're in, then it'll unlock a bonus for us at the end of it. Your journey through a forest is interrupted by an inquisitive child. Are you searching for the forest folk? My uncle says that they used to walk these woods giving out gifts. I want to find one and ask for a lemon cake. A lemon cake. I wonder what that is. As they dash off to peer under a nearby log, the child shouts back, "Remember, if you meet the forest folk, get me a lemon cake." In the other direction, an eerie song hangs in the air. You attempt to find its origin.
Every element of the game has been improved, even those that seem at first glance familiar. Do not worry, you will soon understand the nuances.
Okay, so this is the part where we have to randomly select one of these cards, and depending on the one we select, it will either come out good or bad. We don't know what's behind the cards. The way I used to do this was that I would get my phone, and I would, just bear with me 1 second while I muck around my phone here. I'll need to find a particular app that I have installed. So what I would do is, now I used to have a better app for this, but it stopped working in the latest version of iOS. I have this app, it's called Dice X, don't ask, alright? And it's a whole bunch of different dice, and what you can do is you can tap on the dice you need, which in this case will be a D4, and it will give us a number between 1 and 4. That was the D4, wasn't it? Yeah. And because it came up with a 2, do that, and we succeeded. You follow the song through the thicket and stream until you find an open glade bathed in golden sunlight. You find an aged maiden, her posture bent like the boughs of a forest. It has been 12 winters since I had a visitor. Her voice is a whisper, yet it thunders in your ears. You may visit me when you're in need, adventurer. Yeah, this game looks great. I suppose what we could do with the numbers is that we could get people in chat to call out numbers, actually. But yeah, we won the token, so...
Nothing could be more fitting now than meeting the mage who started this all, or at least started it all for you.
A trail of fallen trees and distraught farmers leads you to the thieves who have stolen your amulet. It seems their infighting has only gotten worse, the bandits surrounding their former leader, weapons drawn. Everyone will get their fair share, there's no need for violence, the leader implores. Whoever heard of a thief talk about fair shares, spits one. You turn up and boss us around, we've barely stabbed anyone. It's been days since I stabbed someone. Days! The leader notices you approaching and waves you over. As much as I'd love to continue this discussion regarding stabbings, I'm afraid I have urgent business with my associate here. As he greets you, he whispers, "Keep me alive and there'll be plenty of gold in it for your trouble." Tell him gold cannot replace, he'll pay in blood. Gold cannot replace the amulet. He holds up a finger. First rule of negotiations, never let them know what you want. Kill my associates and I'll gladly return your amulet. Ever reliable, the thieves draw their blades to mug you. The leader hurries away to hide. Give us your stuff or we'll stab you up. You consider your options. Okay, let's fight. Let's combating. Yeah, this game is super cool, actually. Yeah, they've actually made a physical version of it too. Obviously, the physical version doesn't let you do the this part, but it is there. And that is how you fight. See, well-timed button presses. Once you get the hang of it, it is really good. And then you can do that sometimes too. It's kind of simplistic, I guess, but it's actually a lot better than it was in the original game. I unlocked an achievement. There we go. Nice. That actually went really well. You know what? Also, I noticed then doing that, they've actually... I feel like the combat's improved a bit since this game came out as well. The Royal Road. With the battle resolved, the thief leader nods in approval at the carnage before him. He holds out a hand. The name is Meliclips, Bard extraordinaire. His smile fades under your withering glare. Sensing your anger, he raises his hand in surrender. Wait, let's not be hasty. We're on the same side here. I'm an upstanding citizen just like you. I've been working with the thieves, yes, but only for the greater good. No, really, they were killing people before I came along. I know it seems bad, but look, he pulls out an amulet from his pockets and presses it into your hands. All is forgiven, yes? You stare at the amulet. It does not look familiar. Oh, Meliclips says, scratching his head. He opens a small satchel. So which one is yours? Okay, so you actually just get to pick whichever one of these you want. I forget what the effect is here. But yeah, you do get to pick whichever one you want. I'm open to suggestions, by the way, on anything that involves making a decision in this game. I feel like I should go the lion or the eagle. I haven't decided yet. Actually, yeah, I think we'll go the eagle. Yeah, eagle seems good. So we'll choose our eagle amulet. That suits you. Very similar facial structures. Say, you know what? I'm lonely, you're lonely. We should work together. You have befriended Meliclips the Trickster. We should probably get to know one another, seeing as we're going to be friends for life, Meliclips says. Tell me, where are you from? So, Meliclips is one of the new things from the original game into Hand of Fate 2, which is a companion character who comes along on your journeys and helps out and does stuff. Also, this is the part where we get to do character customization, which is another new feature. So, you can choose a bunch of different stuff here. So you choose your background, which determines skin color. There's a few of those. I think I think the one that it pops up with is kind of a random one, but I think I had it on forest. You can choose hairstyle. And I believe they added a few more in the expansion. Maybe I was wrong about that. I did read that they were... In fact, no, I didn't read. I was told on their Twitter feed that they were adding more hairstyles in for players, because I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of any of the female hairstyles that they have in this. We'll go with that one, and we'll go with that. And yeah, the amulet, again, you can change that here, and that just determines, as you can see, the amulet on the front of the costume there. That's right, I remember now. That looks so much like a Witcher amulet, though. I can barely tell what the eagle one looks like. Yeah, I can see what the eagle one looks like. It looks cool. And this allows you to determine a color scheme for your armor. So all the equipment, weirdly, even though all the equipment's represented by cards, it does actually appear on you in combat, which is really neat. I kind of like that one, or I like that one. I'll go the green and red. That looks nice. So that's what we're going to look like for this playthrough. Let me hit the correct button, and we'll zoom back out, and we'll keep going. From the Eastern Belt, hey? You don't say. Good sorts from the Eastern Belt, very trusting. Oh, by the way, I mean we, friend, owe money to the Vignus of the Thieves Guild. He's quite angry at us. We should journey to Mybridge together to appease him. Some gold might help. Although come to think of it, I'm rather busy. Meliclip's eyes a pretty trader hiking up the road, so it'd be best if you get the gold and I meet you there. So yeah. And so this is the other part of the progression thing. Once you finish a sort of section of cards, you'll move back and there'll be a whole new section of cards, and this time we'll get to be able to choose different things we want.
Shattered into fragments. Collect enough, and your reward will come in time.
Arm wrestling. In the first round of competition, your opponent is the diminutive Roland, a halfling from a travelling troupe of acrobats. So you have
These
to
dice are another small game
roll dice.
embedded in our game.
Now we did not do so well then, so we can re-roll all of our dice. There we go, we won. So yeah, you also have dice rolls, which is a new thing in Hand of Fate 2. Roland is no match for your strength. He gives a disappointed backflip off the table and collects his meager winnings, then cartwheels out the door. And we got 10 golds, yeah. You take your reward from the person on the way out of the tavern. When you return, you will compete in the next round for a larger prize. So, this is the other thing. When you do a side quest or a side mission like that, and it says, oh hey, you'll come back here later, what it means is you'll encounter that card again. And there's an interesting thing to talk about with that.
The Empire has come to power.
Okay, so
their promises of the opposite.
This is a dice roll. The road ahead is blocking an overturned carriage and a woman calling for help. Please help, she cries. I've been robbed by a band of thugs. Is there anything we can do? Assist the distressed woman. So now we have to roll a 12. We rolled a 13. We won. Beginner's luck. Thank you, the woman says. You help her from the carriage. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. We got food. So usually if you fail something like this, you'll lose food or gold, or you might even take damage. Thank the woman and continue on our way. I just want to go back this way. If you move back over a card that's already exposed, it doesn't activate, but you also don't, it doesn't cost you, it does cost you food to move too.
Water is a symbol for the many thoughts that churn beneath the surface.
While crossing a stone bridge, you suddenly find yourself confronted by a villainous
What
band.
concern is worrying at your mind? Let it fall into the waters beneath.
Also, I forget that sometimes this guy likes to talk. He gets pretty chatty. You could stand and fight the fiends, or throw yourself into the mercy of the river below. We'll stand and fight. Ready your weapon. 4 of steel. So one really neat thing about the cards that come up for combat is that they show as what you're fighting, but as though they're part of a suite in a deck of cards. Guard, the first line of defense against any who would question the Empire. Empire enemies wear armor that reduces damage by 3, rendering light weapons less effective. Oh, I was trying to evade there. Yep, come on. So in combat like this, you can actually just stand there and wait for the riposte and then just fight off the ripostes. It's kind of simplistic, but it is definitely so. Oh, I mistimed that. There are unblockable attacks though, so it's worth keeping that in mind. Ah, yeah, I'm getting ambitious here. Yeah, okay. This is actually getting a bit costly now. Taking a lot of damage, and the thing with this game is that health does not recover easily. So it is actually better a lot of times to just take your time and do this. Nice. Yeah, that was a rough fight in the end, but yeah. So it's not always the prettiest combat. It's kind of satisfying. The hits feel really good. But it does get hard, the combat. Having spilled your enemy's blood, you search the bodies for anything useful. We got an item. We got a shield.
Simple defense. You can do better given time.
And that will let us reflect attacks, which is really good. And we've got a health potion, so we immediately got some of that life that we lost back. I'll just make sure that shield got equipped. Yeah, we did. Oh yeah, we're all sorted. Yeah, cool. Move on.
Celebrations
Carnival.
in aid of what? You see how quickly the actions of the usurper are turned into tales for children.
Nearing the sleepy hamlet of Dulwich, you find villagers in the midst of some kind of celebration. The usurper, by the way, is the character you played in the original Hand of Fate. Much of the activity concerns a large paper and wood statue depicting a fearsome warrior looming triumphantly over a prone lizardman. Follow the parade, ask a local what's going on, or carry anywhere. Let's follow the parade. The parade ends in the town square. You watch as the villagers take turns smashing the statue with the club and gathering the food and gold that spills out. A local notices you're interested and asks if you'd like a turn. Yeah, let's join you. Okay, so we can success, huge success, or failure this one. So let's roll the dice and see what we come up with. Let me just no, that's not right. No, don't do that. Oh, that's right. That's what I'm gonna do. There we go. Okay, the dice roll was 1. So do we want to go with that, or do we want to go with something else? Let's go with 1. It was a huge success. You bring the club down with a thunderous crack that silences the crowd. As the statue splits open, they erupt into a boisterous war. Coins and sweets flow freely from the huge cavity you created. You survey the spoils and try to scoop them up before anyone else can. And we got a lot of good stuff. And again, we're gonna dice roll and see what we come up with. We gained gold. That's fine. That's fine. Would you like to try to gather more? Yeah, sure, why not? But this time, there's a possibility that we'll fail to gather anything. Count 3 again, and we've got food. I don't think I'll gather any more. No, I'm happy with that. You leave the town celebrations with whatever you've gathered. Nice, nice. Good work, good work.
Here we come to the end of the beginning. Running errands for mages. This will become a theme, I dare say.
Oh boy, will it. You arrive at Maya Bridge as the sun begins to dip below the horizon. You find Malaclips perusing a selection of cheeses by the market. Ah, if it is my good friend the adventurer, did you bring the gold? Vingus has arranged to meet us at the graveyard. Yeah, we'll go to the graveyard. We don't need to keep exploring because we've filled out all the cards. You wonder whether the spot was chosen for its seclusion or for its easy body disposal. Vignes greets Malaclips with a sly grin. Looks like you turned up after all, and with a lackey in tow. We had our doubts, you know. And here we go. We have an anarchist of greed. Vignes cracks his knuckles and giggles. Well now, Malaclips, convince me. What's to stop me cutting off your head today? You reveal your gold as Malaclips scrounges in his pockets for some too. We just lost all our money. The heavy satchel of riches lands at Vignes' feet with a thud that echoes through the silence of the cemetery. You lose 35 gold. That's our deal done, Malaclips says, worry obvious in his voice. No need for any further troubles. I'm sorry, Mal, Vignes grins. You should have known that the guild was never going to let you pay with cash stolen from our members in the first place. Oh boy, boss battle. Boss battle. Ignis the Cray is treacherous and greedy, a dangerous combination. Anarchists throw flaming bombs that cause fire damage. Your armor is no use to you here. Fortunately, I have that thing where I can actually use my... That won't reflect that attack. Just need to evade whenever that happens. Gotta concentrate on the combat. Ah, I should have evaded better. We'll do this, I hope. So that's the unblockable attack I was talking about, where where it has that red thing and you actually have to evade those attacks. You can't riposte them. And These guys aren't coming in at all. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good either. This is actually getting rough now. We should be good though. Just got to be a bit more patient. Get my distance from bigness. Roll around. Oh, I dodged that. I didn't dodge it at all. This is rough. We got one of them down. Oh man. Oh no. Now we're in real trouble. Oh no, we're gonna die. And that is gonna suck because dying in this game sets you back a lot. Let me get over there and do that. Oh, that was a terrible thing to have happen. I was locked in that animation. I could not roll out of it then. Okay, we lost. Oh, that's the end of this game. Okay. So the downside to losing is that you start right back at the beginning.
Combat solves so little. It has ended this, however.
So the entire thing you were working on has to be restarted now, and we lose that token. For your allegiance dealer's table, you receive one of these. Reveal. Oh, new colors. That's right. Oh, this is right. Okay, this is new. This is, I think, might be part of the expansion. And we got finding forest folk. The old man. So stuff you. So here's the thing. Even if you fail in missions, stuff you unlock like tokens and stuff, you actually get at the end of it, regardless whether you succeed or fail, and then they come in the next mission you do. The downside is that we have to go through that whole thing again. I'm going to skip most of the dialogue, and we're going to work our way through it as fast as possible.
Welcome to my challenges.
Yeah, and we have challenges.
We will traverse 22 paths of wisdom and despair.
Oh, it's 22 now. So, I'm going to talk about a couple of things here. There's an endless mode though, which is now basically an infinite random dungeon. There's an adventure mode, which is part of the expansion, I believe. No, that was added elsewhere, wasn't it? And there's the campaign. The campaign is where everything is, and that's what we want to do. So the first chapter that we did, the one we just failed at, was the Fool. I'm gonna have another crack at it, even though we failed pretty hard that time, because there's stuff to know after this. But yeah, as you can see, this game does not play easy. Anyway, I'm gonna skip this. Oh, we're gonna do this obviously because we need to. Let me just get my phone back out. Roll the dice. This keeps coming up 3. So I'm going to skip most of the dialogue. I'm not going to read it out this time because we've already seen it. And we're just going to work through it. If there's anything new, I will read it out, but otherwise, yeah. We'll try to be a little bit more circumspect with the combat this time. That was rough. And yeah, in a game like this, you need to make sure that doesn't happen. Oh, man. Ah! Don't get greedy. The combat in this game does not reward greed. I say while getting greedy. So all those soldiers that I was with died. Yes, greed is a big killer when you're fighting in this game, but we succeeded. Yep, we got 7 food that time, so it was a bit more Because I think we only got 5 and 5 last time. Anyway, we're going to try and find our amulet. So, we found a friend in need. So this is the goblin who gives us the weapon. Let's go the axe this time around, eh? It's higher damage, but it's also two-hand, which means we can't use a shield with it. So, that's fine. And we found the forest folk again, which is also fine. And we hit the royal road. Now we've got to fight these guys, and we've got to fight their leader, which is Malclips. We'll just press on with this. Ah, so we should actually not have gone the axe, basically. Basically what it's telling me there is that the axe was a mistake. Still. We'll go in with it anyway. Axes were a mistake. You get to see some different combat. It's the same basics. Yeah, now I don't have a shield, so parrying is actually really important. I love that they leap over you now. Now I can do this. So what that is the weapon art that builds up in the top right there. As long as you don't get hit, it'll build up. And when it's at maximum, you can do a weapon art like that. There we go. Easy. Easy. And that axe does good damage too. But you will pick up weapons as you go along as well. So. Okay, let's just skip over all this. And hey, we unlocked a new amulet. We unlocked that one. Mage amulet. Yeah. He says the same thing every time, it's fine. And this is the character customization. I won't do anything here, although we did unlock some new colors and stuff, so that's neat. You get multiple opportunities to customize your character. I think there is actually just an option to do it after you beat this first mission. I'm pretty comfortable with the way we look and the way we are, but in case you're wondering, we did unlock that appearance. We unlocked that appearance. So these give us, you know what, that looks kind of cool. Well, the colors don't really match, do they? Either of those. I like the white one better, actually. White or blue? Question. I think the blue matches better, but I think we might need to find a better color scheme. Oh, actually, you know what? Oh, there you go. There's your blue. There's your blue and red color scheme. There we go. There we go. That looks cool. We'll go with that. So yeah, all that stuff must unlock, which means that all the new hairstyles I was talking about obviously did get into the game. I had a conversation with one of the developers. This game, incidentally, is developed here in Australia. I can't remember. I don't think it's here in Melbourne. I think it's developed in Brisbane, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But it is an Australian-made game. Anyway, let's keep going. And we'll press on. Okay, so what is this? This will be the arm wrestling again. Yep.
Strong, clever.
So we'll do this. This time the target's 12.
Circumstances under which you come here put the lie to that.
I'll re-roll these two. So you get one opportunity to re-roll the die. And we won heavily, so that's neat. 16. And we've got 10 gold. And a further 10 gold.
At what point does honor bend to pragmatism?
And we just one-shot that one, so that's neat. That was distress damage. So this, I think this particular one may just be the same every time, but all the later challenges are not the same. They change as time goes on.
A vampire cannot cross running water. These days you must deal with far more mundane opposition.
So I could try leaping into the river and avoiding this combat, or we could just do it. I think we'll just do it. I think everyone's happy when I just leap into combat, right? So I'm just going to do it this way. Not get greedy, all that stuff. When they come close. And yeah, you can do that too. And we'll try and use those when we can. He's done. You can disable the blood in this game too. Notice that that's an option. If you're not comfortable seeing blood, then you can disable it. Which is a really cool option. Like, the game just says, hey, you can either have the blood spats or you can not have them. It's up to you. We're done. Oh no. Oh. That's annoying because you can get hit in those animations. You don't have invulnerability. Still. That one hit's fine. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is pretty simplistic. Like, you're not exactly looking at, you know, your Bayonetta type combat here. And there's a particular rhythm to it that you've got to get used to with the combat. So yeah, but when you do it like that, and you play well, and you don't mess it up, and you don't die, it looks really good. Hey, we got an increase to our life maximum as well, so we got an extra 10 HP. We did the carnival, we'll join in. And we'll see what we can do. If you can think of a number, I will roll a number. Let's see. Okay, I rolled a 4. That was the huge success button. Again, I'm doing well with that. So...
Now you wager for more than mere success and failure. You choose the very stakes themselves.
I rolled a 1. Food. Nice. Okay, I'll take it. We're not going to do a second one this time. We're happy with the food. Okay, let's continue to the dead drop. Okay, this is where things did not go well. So, let's go to the graveyard. Let's proceed. We lose all our gold. Let's fight. Here we go. Okay. Oh boy. Let's see if I can succeed this time. Stream's over if I fail this one. Oh boy. Oh boy. Just putting the pressure on. Just gotta be patient. Just gotta not get greedy. So yeah, let's see if we can make this happen this time. Oops, I mistimed that. You don't have stamina or anything to govern your moves either, so... Oh! That move has a long delay on it. I was like, why does it want me to evade? And then I realized. Oops. Notice that one. So my eventual goal here is to actually just get these guys out of the way best we can. And if I can get my oh jeez, that was a mistake. And get my big charges to use on the boss, I will. But I haven't been able to actually get a big charge yet. Yeah, it's one down. It's two down. Don't know why I rolled out of that. I want to try and get near the boss for this. I wanted to use that on the boss. Nice. Good work, good work, good work. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, he's done. And then we just have this one guy to deal with. Okay, time for the boss. See what we can do here. So whenever he gets close, he's going to do that. So we should probably come in and hit him. Oops. Try and avoid it if we can. Really does sound like he's hocking a loogie every time he does it though. Oh! Whoops. That was not the right angle. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Excellent. The execute. Yeah, good moves. Nice. We did it. We won, we won. Dead drop. Melclip scratches his chin thoughtfully. It seems you could do with someone savvy to help you navigate these tricky matters of diplomacy. That maybe killing everyone wasn't the best idea. Come, let us discuss our partnership over an ale or two. Sure. Because of that, we got that token. Well so we unlock that.
You have cleared the first challenge, and now we can move on to the next.
So we get items for completing. We got a Cardinal Blade, which is a sword, and we got a Bastion of Purification, which is not a sword. We got Market Thief. So these are missions and side quests that unlock, and so the way this works is that these get added to the deck that you use for each of the challenges. So we got Melclip's Problem and the Trickster. He's a companion. Okay. So we did that. And now we have more challenges to unlock. Like the Magician. And this is where things get interesting. So, what you get here is the ability to lay out your deck, alright? So if you want particular things available in each of these decks, you can choose them, right? And they get added to the deck, and then when you play, these will be in the game that you play, alright? That's how that works. You can, however, use the recommended set. While good, he's no match for an experienced player. I'll get him to fill because I actually don't really know, but I will look at the equipment I want.
If you wish. They will be sufficient for now.
At the moment, though, I think we only have that many cards anyway, so like everything should be added. So it's fine. Well, no, we do actually have more encounters. So okay, so those are the encounters that we got in. These are the ones we didn't put in, which is probably fine. But yeah, that's kind of how it all works. So we hit the start button, and these will all go into this deck.
Casual call to heroism.
And he'll add a bunch of stuff in as well.
Start thus.
Yeah, woohoo!
For 100 years, I have thought about nothing but the game. I was defeated. It is true. I became complacent long before then. I thought I knew everything about the game and what it could be. Now you see before you the extent of my research. I have crafted this game anew.
The dealer is really good. He doesn't tell you everything, but yeah. Also, I think these cards with that banner in the side are the expansion cards. I'm not 100% on that, but I believe that's the case. The conversation with a fur trader is interrupted as Malaclips arrives in a flurry. The whispers speak of trouble at the edge of the Empire. The town of Westwind is suffering against the Blight. Find out more. What do you want to know? Ask about Empire protection. The small garrison is meant to be protection in town, but apparently they are all either dead, missing, or drunk. What makes it so special? I've travelled far to escape the oppression of the Empire. Westwind gave me my freedom, and I intend to return the favour. Where is it? Westwind sits on the outer edge of the Empire. While the Empire focuses on the capital, its nobles and merchants, those at the fringes are neglected. That's enough for now. Let's head to Westwind. We return to the markets and ask if any traders headed to Westwind need an escort. There are three options: a stonemason, a food wagon, or a weaponsmith. All of these seem like good options. I imagine this means that we'll have one of these things for free. I am going to pick the food wagon. A food wagon was headed to a nearby wedding, offers you a ride. They gift you some food in exchange for not taking you the whole way. Well, that's fine. Should have chosen the other one. We arrive at the town of Westwind. To defend the town, you'll need to locate as many Empire soldiers as you can before the Blight invades. Okay, so this mission has a goal. We have to find these soldiers.
Commerce thrives in even the most unusual of locations.
General store. So we don't have any money. We can't buy anything at the moment. That's a shame. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, all the equipment you get at the beginning that you take through a mission, you lose. Actually, no, we have held on to it. I didn't think you held on to much of it. Okay, well, you do now, apparently. I sort of reset every time. I've got like 10 golds, but I've only got 7 food. We will buy 3 food for our 10 golds, because I actually kind of need food. Food is very important to have. Okay, let's leave. Next move.
The Empire reaches too far. The North has gone from a loose collection of tribes to something to truly fear.
Okay, let's free these Imperial soldiers that Northerners... I don't have... I've got my neglected sword. Didn't matter last time though, did it? It legitimately didn't matter last time we played. But the game is like, no, you need a one-handed sword for this. We will be a one-handed sword.
Let us see if the mage can help you here.
Yes, for sure. And this will allow us to recruit these soldiers if we succeed, I guess. So that's always important. Okay, so this is something that we'll see for the first time here, is that our companion will actually show up in combat and help us out. I believe he just casts spells, and maybe he can heal us sometimes. I forget exactly what he does. The Magician, a Jester, and a Vagabond. When activated, Malaclips casts a protective spell on you that can block a single hit. That's right, that's what he can do. So, yeah, and we can activate him with the LB button.
I'll get a song out of this.
So now, I can... Oh. Oh man, I should have. Yeah, this is why it wanted me to use the sword and board, because that riposte, I can't actually parry off it. Got to actually, yeah, I understand what I got to do. So this is kind of a new thing. Is you've got to actually stun these guys. Oh, this isn't going well. We're off to a rough start here. But he's doing damage as well. But yeah, that, when they do that second strike, I've got to remember to parry twice. Is he not active yet? Oh, didn't mention. That's not the guy I wanted to hit. That was good dodge. You guys see that dodging? It was mad dodge. Oops. Nice. It was rough. That was rough. We'll call that a rough one. But we got the cardinal blade, which is what I really wanted.
The truth of all directions.
We got that. I'm happy with that. Okay, we gain 2 recruits.
They place
Stranded
themselves
noble.
in these dire positions, and then expect a hero to come rescue them when things become too much.
While patrolling the outskirts of Westwind, you hear the clash of steel and the unmistakable groan of corrupted. Your investigation leads you to a distressed nobleman perched on the roof of his carriage. Thank the gods, I was heading to tea with Duke Gilbert when we were ambushed. My footman left me here to fight them off, but the brawl has now dispersed into the forest. The noble peers fearfully at the tree line. If you stay here and protect me, I can pay. Should we go after the soldiers? If we go after the soldiers, we'll be able to recruit them. If we accept the offer, I don't think we'll recruit the soldiers. So I'm going to go after the soldiers. You rush into the forest and quickly encounter a squad of Empire soldiers battling the corrupted. If our goal is to have as many soldiers as we can by the end of this, this is the optimal solution to that, I would guess. But that's just me. So corrupted are a new enemy type that we haven't encountered yet. They are zombies. First touches of corruption bring forth the darkest elements of their victims. Infected enemies are feeble, causing them to become knocked down when health is low. Use a finisher before they recover. Okay. My cool sword. Soldiers here. Look at my cool sword combo that I've got now. The different weapons have different move sets, which is very Dark Souls. You can see this has a much different move set to what the so I should be able to get. Go down. Okay, neat. Nice. Work. So, we get to choose, and we're going to go with the Bastion of Purification here. Yep. It's a big shield, damaging defense. And it works against Corrupted, which actually our other weapon would have too. It had bonuses to corruption. So that is strong and solid. More food, and some cash, finally. Corrupted dispatch, the soldiers turn to you. I'm sure we could have handled it, but thanks for stepping in. I guess we have to go back to escorting His Highness Sir Quivering Blanket of Mumsy off to his palace. Appeal to their sense of duty to defend Westwind. I can't bribe them. Oh no. Oh, okay, but we get 4 dice this time. That's cool. Oh, it was very close. I'm gonna re-roll the 3 2s. Yep. Yeah, nice. Good work, good work, good work. Gain 2 recruits. Your inspiring speech wins over the remaining soldiers. Now have 4 soldiers recruited. Arm wrestling. You earn a competition of strength at fair. Gold prize is available to the winner. Your opponent in the 3rd round is Paralee the Brass Hag. She touts herself as a fearsome pirate, but needs the money from this competition to get herself a boat. Target, I need 14 with 3 dice. 11. I'm gonna just re-roll this 1 die. Failure.
The dice are fair, and thus you have lost this round.
Defeat in the 3rd round brings a paltry reward. 5 gold. I'll take it though. You take less reward for losing in the competition of strength. When you return, a new contest will begin. Basic resets to the 1st round again.
Here we begin to see one of the small ways I've changed the game. Each challenge differs both in their rules and their objectives. Even those cards which were once the stairs now vary per challenge, as you will see.
Okay, so this is new again. I was wondering what had happened to the stairs when we were going through it. Usually at the end of each sort of section, or each sort of board or whatever it is, card, deck, layout, whatever, there'd be stairs that would move you to the next one, but that seems to have gone away now, and you just end with something. The West Wind Tower bell chimes feverishly. The town crier bellows. There's corrupted inside the town. They broke through the sewers and into the Louse Lane. Our brave soldiers have gone down there to sort it out. Yep. So we can join the soldiers or keep exploring. We're going to join the soldiers. So join the fight against the corrupted. So this, and what I'm saying by that is that this is new to this version of Hand of Fate 2. It wasn't in the original version when I played it a while ago. And it is a change from the first game as well, but yeah. Cardinal Blade. Prepared for violence in every major direction. I like that. That's a good descriptor.
By sea and sun, fate and fane.
That was my 1 hit. Oh, hang on. No, I want to get over here. I want to finish that guy off. Yep. Gotcha. That was good work. I love the transition between the fights and the game. With the corrupted threat removed, you've ensured that these soldiers survive to aid the town's defense. We gain 3 recruits. We're up to 7. The soldiers help you scavenge what you can from the remains of the poor souls taken by the corruption. Woohoo! We got a soldier sword, which is not as good as what we had, so we're not going to equip it. A health potion. And now we have a loop. These are the worst kind of layouts. Because the thing with this loop is that almost always the card in the top right is the way to go. So you need to, if you want to do every card, you need to do this.
I don't see why you should get them out.
I could fight to free them, or I could just pay. We'll fight. We'll have a fight. Ready our weapons. Let's go. Let's do it. I remember how to fight Northerners this time, so it shouldn't be too hard. Raiders from the frozen darkness of the far north, they come. Northerners can perform combo attacks, use riposte with single-hand weapons to deal extra damage immediately after you defend. Yes, so Northerners are tough. That was good dodges. Oh, I missed that.
I hope this works.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Oops. Got ambitious there. Ah! That's foolish. Oh! Okay. Not doing so great here. Oh! Well, let's that guy down. Oh, no. Can I do it? Can I get him? Oh, oh, nice. Good, 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 good. Oh, that was a bit stressful. We got there. We got there. So we got equipment. We could get a shield or a warrior's axe. I don't really want either of these. I'll take the warrior's axe. That does more damage, but it's also I don't really want to equip it because I actually prefer the cardinal blade. And we got food. And we gained multiple recruits, so we're up to 9 soldiers now. So that's good.
Age turns us all. She has done rather better than I in the time that has passed.
Walking through a shady forest, you encounter a frail old maiden. She stops to greet you. For centuries I have helped the mortals who find themselves lost in my forest. Is there anything I may help you with on your journey? Ask for supplies, longer life, or gold. A longer life. May you live a long life, she says, and with a fragile wave of her hand, you feel a warm sensation through your body. And we gain maximum life. The benefit of that is we also gain a little bit of health.
Your companion has his own story to tell. We must wonder if this is a tale of a hero or a villain.
You arrive at the city markets to meet with Malaclips's associate. You find him sitting on a blanket by the sewer gates. You can't tell whether he's a goblin, a human, or an animate pile of greasy rags. A few wilted daisies and duckweed tied with rope are flopped on the ground around him. Merc, Malaclips calls to the creature, arms outstretched. I have a favour to ask of you, my handsome friend. The greasy goblin man raises a hand to stop the bard's prattle. 10 gold first, you know that. Malaclips looks at you expectantly. Yes, I'm paying for this. Malaclips steps forward as Merc counts coins. Merc, old bean, the bard looks furtively around before quickly waving at his shoulder. I require help in removing a certain illness. Merc considers Malaclips for a while. That kind of information costs more than a few coins. You splutter indignantly. I'll require a test of skill from her. He turns and points at you. Pick a flower and eat it. The greasy florist displays his meagre wares. Malaclips nods as if it were a fair request. Let's eat the luminous purple flower. The flower has a crispy, burnt texture. Yeah, we did it. We survived, whatever that was. Merc watches eagerly as you begin to choke. Malaclips, for his part, shows some sign of concern. Your eyes bulge and water. Suddenly, someone begins slapping you hard in the back. You cough, and a hard lump falls from your mouth. It's a solid gold statue of Merc. Oh, we made our money back. Malaclips cheers while you catch your breath. Merc nods, happy with the results. He beckons Malaclips closer. Of those of us left, you should seek Ira of the Vale. She may know something of the cure. Last I heard, she's hiding out in the underneath.
Discover what the next chapter in our dear bard's tale will
So we just
be.
got that token. Oh no, not her. Malaclips straightens his neck shawls nervously. The greasy goblin man giggles maniacally. Yes, her. She'll likely eat your bones before she lets you speak. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a business to run. With that, Malaclips' associate turns away and hurls a bouquet at shocked passers-by. Flowers, fresh flowers, buy 'em or I'll eat your eyes. Ooh.
Now your chance presents itself. At last, stand in the defense of the peasantry. What
So,
noble traits you
as I said
display
before, this
already.
is the final part of this, but we have 3 cards we haven't uncovered yet. So my cunning plan... Yeah, we're going to search for more recruits. So my cunning plan at this point is we're going to go this way.
In my
We're going to come back
day,
around,
thieves kept their
do stuff.
distance.
Also, there's a
None
token
would
here, so this will be worth it.
pickpocket a mage for fear of failure, or worse. success.
The Market Bazaar is a hive of activity. Traders from across the lands call out to passers-by to sell their wares. As the sun beats down on a crowded street, you pause briefly to draw water from a fountain. You feel something tug on the inside of your tunic. Turning quickly, you discover a pickpocket making off with some of your belongings. Just lost 3 gold. You jump to your feet and catch a glimpse of the thief as they weave through the crowd. Okay, and this has 2 failure cards. So we can succeed, we can huge succeed, or we've got 50% chance of failure. So we failed. Tangle Maze of people proves too much for you and the thief makes their escape. And we don't get that token. Ah, well.
Always treat those who
Tarts,
feed
pies, and
you with
exotic
respect.
lies.
Even I stand by this rule, and I have respect for few.
Which is a strong name. You chance upon a wooden cart overflowing with pears, pies, and many items otherwise. A wonderful smell wafts from the cart. Melclips shakes his head. Poor old Chester, this is why you should never be seduced by the wiles of women. Coin slave, they'll break your heart and leave you selling your lemon tarts with little business sense. The old farmer hawks his wares to pass by. Tarts, pies, and exotic lies. Okay. Want buy a tart or a pie or an exotic lie? Let's buy an exotic lie. He passes you a bag of luminous blue apples. Have you ever felt the feeling of your heart being torn from your chest? I have. Chester stares so forlornly at you that you are forced to comfort him before the transaction can proceed. Chester stares in a kind of wistful gloom at the exotic fruits for a while, before he finally decides on a price. Oh boy, I saw some of those price cards. So I'm going to roll the dice again, we'll see what we get this time. We got a 4. Only 10 gold, nice. Yeah, I'm happy to pay 10 gold. Yep. We gain 5 food out of it. Actually, we gain 10 food out of it, don't we? We'll leave. The general store, yay. We can actually sell our equipment here. So we picked up, these are what we're using at the moment, but I could sell these for some cash if I wanted, yeah. Sell the Warrior's Axe as well. We're going to hold on to what we've got here. I'm not going to sell these though. So we're back out and we'll see what we've got in the way of equipment. As healing spirits. And yeah, the things I just sold to him. Yeah. I'll buy healing spirits, that seems alright. Seems handy.
There's nothing possible without healing. You and I must heal more than ourselves. We must heal this world.
And yeah, we will buy that health potion just to get the extra health out of it as well. So that will be handy. So yeah, I don't want to buy another one. That'll be good. Okay, let's leave. Right, let's make our way back to here.
Another chance to redeem yourself.
This is as many soldiers as we are going to get. We have 9 soldiers, that's all we're going to get. As night cloaks westwind, you can sense the corruption rising from the shadows all around you. You survey any soldiers you've managed to recruit. 441. You scoured the land and brought together every available Empire soldier to the defense of Westwind. Oh boy, Terror of Blight. Give a rousing speech. Oh no, this will be bad. This will be bad. What do the random number gods say? Spam bless RNG in chat. It's number 4. Soldiers appear unmoved by your words and remain tense and fearful. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, just spam bless RNG in chat whenever I have to do that. This is the most bless RNG game ever. I wonder if Brad's actually played this. I should ask if he's ever played Hand of Fate, actually. Terror of Westwind. As the final vestiges of humanity erase, the terror awakes. Use Bash to break the terror's corrupted armor and defeat it with a finisher before it regenerates. Right. And my artifact now, which is my healing spell, in case I need. Oh. B. trigger. These guys don't have a lot of health. This might go surprisingly well. That was a lot of damage. Oh, that's right. That's why it's called the Cardinal Blade. Also, I didn't mean to do that. Are you? So bash is your shield bash. Oops. Some damage though. Oh, took a lot of damage there. Get out of the way. Oh. Ow. Okay, that broke its armor, and now I've got to get it. Oh, big stabs, big stabs, big stabs, big stabs. Okay, I'm gonna use my artifact here and just get that health back a little bit. Oh, as you combo that. Oh, bit scary there. Got a bit ambitious. Oh, but we broke it. On, nice, good work, good work, good work. Easy game.
A mighty creature of chaos felled by your power. Does it satisfy you, this bloodshed? Knowing those you destroy were once simple peasants going about their day.
Once the corrupted behemoth falls, the rest of the minions flee, their spirits broken. The soldiers erupt in cheers, praising your valor. You can rest until morning, ready to greet the reinforcements, with the town already saved. And we completed that.
The magician returns to the deck, but now we only begin our stories of fate, folly, and magic. Do not think I'm satisfied with this, but at least we have a place to begin. Now you have learned the simplest of ways to build your deck. Each challenge will provide its own unique trials. Here are some more tools to keep you in good stead.
Okay, so we saved the town of Westwind, we got a Ruby Ring, we got Valiant Aegis, which is a shield I imagine, and Winter's Bane. And we got new quests, Man-Eating Tree, Gnomish Exchange, Lost Boy, Pauper Plague, and Westwind Tavern. We got this token. Convincing Merc to help Malaclips. We got the Underneath, which is a new side quest.
As you play, you will find more options open to you. Should you find yourself blocked or overly challenged, take the time to explore the board. Unlocking cards will give you options you have not yet considered.
So, yeah, so we've unlocked another couple. I'm not going to do these tonight. We've unlocked another couple of those. The other thing we actually didn't have before that we do now is you have the campfire, so you can change appearance. If that's the thing you'd like to do. So that's what that card up the back represents there, is the camp. And yeah, if we want to change our look, we can just go here and do that. So that's neat. Yep. I don't think we have a huge amount of things here to unlock just yet, but yeah. Back out of that. I'm going to leave it there for tonight. Just because it was going to be a short stream. I had a late start and everything like that. And yeah, that if we go into another quest, it'll be quite some time because they do go for a while, these quests. But yeah, that was Hand of Fate 2. Controller over there, and I'll come back here. It was Hand of Fate 2. It's a really cool game. I have a lot of fun with it. And yeah, I will be back. I'm going to try and be back with Battle Chasers on Sunday. And the reason I'm going to be back with Battle Chase on Sunday is because I'm going to grind up some levels and get everyone up to speed so that we can proceed with the rest of that game. So that will be for Sunday night, but between now and then, thanks for watching, and I will see you all then.